SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Tuesday, September 10th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. For 52 years, the American Swim Coaches Association has picked one outstanding coach for its Coach of the Year honor, and the long legacy of excellence continued on Friday evening with Bruce Gemmell being picked as the top American coach of 2013 after guiding Katie Ledecky to gold medals and world records at the World Championships. With the permission of our friends at ASCA, we are able to bring you that acceptance speech on today's show.
A little bit of what sort of a kind of theme or flavor to present this evening. I was talking to board member Tim Murphy. I should say former friend Tim Murphy now that he's at a opposing Big Ten school. But Tim said, "Jimmy, you'll be in New Orleans. Why don't you get some beads and take the beads up on the platform, the stage with you, and with all the pretty women that come to the banquet, maybe you could dangle them out there, toss them to the crowd, see what they might do for them." And I said, Tim, where's your mind? I said, this is too classy an affair for me to stand up here and do such a thing. So we cannot do that. But 20 minutes after it's over, if any of you ladies are interested, I will be on a balcony on Bourbon Street, and I am happy to toss some beads out there if you earn it. All right. Now, for those of you that haven't been here before, maybe don't know, I want to explain a little bit about, just briefly describe, the ASCA Coach of the Year Award goes to, or it's given annually to the individual whose coaching effectiveness has contributed the most towards American swimming excellence at the world level. And at your table, you've got the brochure, of course, and to think that we've gone from Dr. James Councilman in '61 to Bob Bowman in 2012, and all the outstanding coaches in between. What a group this is, and there's a number of them standing out there right now. And I would like to ask for all the former winners to please stand and be recognized. So what we did this year with, we do it generally with Olympic and World Championship type years, is basically take the highest level of competition. And our finalists were basically those coaches who the athletes had earned at least a single gold medal at the World Championships this year. And I also went around the convention and asked different coaches if they could sort of give me just one word or a couple word descriptors of some of these candidates that they may know. And so I will share that with you as well. But the first finalist from the University of Arizona, Coach Rick DeMont. Go ahead. Rick, of course, coached the great Matt Grievers, who attended Northwestern University. Gold medalist in the 100 back, silver medalist in the 50 back. Some of the coaches around here described Rick as unconventional, artistic, creative, dances with the water, and innovative. Coach Rick DeMont. Our second candidate from the nation's capital swim team is Coach Bruce Gemmell. Bruce, of course, whether you call it fortunate or not, there's no doubt it was a challenging time to come in a key spot of an athlete's development like Katie Ledecky. And boy, what results that he helped her produce this year. 400 freestyle gold American record, 800 freestyle gold world record, 1500 freestyle gold world record, and also a member of the 800 free relay, which was gold as well. He has been described as focused, intense. Someone described him as dad. As many of you know, he coached his son, who was an outstanding swimmer, and very humble. And that was from Coach John Urbanchek. So, Coach Bruce Gemmell. The third finalist is Coach Todd Schmitz from the Stars. Thank you, Coach Todd, for, boy, developing one of our greats. Missy Franklin this year, 100 back gold, 200 back gold, 200 free gold, 400 free relay gold with American record, 800 free relay gold, 400 medley relay gold. What an outstanding championship for that great athlete. Todd has been described as magnetic, energetic, enthusiastic, youthful, and loud. Now, the coach that said loud said, please don't mention my name. So no problem, Coach David Marsh. Your secret's safe with me. The fourth candidate, Coach Greg Troy from the University of Florida. And obviously his outstanding athlete, Greg, of course, a former winner, multiple winner. Ryan Lochte, 200 back gold, 200 IM gold, 400 free relay silver, 800 free relay gold, and Elizabeth Beisel, who also picked up a bronze medal in the 400 individual medley. Greg has been described by some of his peers as driven, tenacious, steady, intense, and devoted. Coach Greg Troy. You know, it seems like in different events and different, we seem the U.S. has different waves or periods of times where we're strongest in certain things. But I know from the years in swimming, I think we have always relished having champions at some of the distance events. Because I think just as Americans, we want to be the toughest. You know, we want to be the best, that no one could outwork us, outgrid us. And we obviously all cherished the great champions like Janet Evans and Brian Goodell, and Coach Chuck Warner wrote a book about our great distance champions. And now we could celebrate another great champion, hopefully for several years to come. And we really have to give great, great credit to Coach Bruce Gemmell for leading her that way. So the ASCA Coach of the Year from Nation's Capital, Coach Bruce Gemmell.
Thank you. Humbling compared to the coaches from this year and other years. I do have a couple notes, but I think I can be brief at the same time. First of all, the obvious, thank you to Katie for making the year, making my job, and I use the term job loosely, making the year very enjoyable. But it goes deeper than Katie. It's a team award that you accumulate over many years. I went to Nation's Capital Swim Club, and Katie's mom and dad just welcomed me in without hesitation and without reservation. And that's pretty, overwhelming at the time. And we had a team owner, Tom Ugast, who I'd like to thank, who plucked me out of Delaware, said, come on down to Nation's Capital. We'll give you whatever you need. You tell us what you need. You tell us what you want to do. Don't screw up our 15-year-old gold medalist, but, and he just supported me throughout the year at a wonderful level. Yuri's got to get a tremendous amount of credit for this. I mean, Yuri worked with Katie for 4 or 5 years. So I thank Yuri for everything he did. I should probably also thank Dave Durden for hiring Yuri at California. And I guess I should thank Stanford for hiring Greg Meehan to go there so Yuri could go to California and the right place at the right time or something like that. You know, the other NCAP coaches were tremendous. They were very welcoming. Pete Morgan, John Flanagan, and he had a pretty good year himself, those of you that have paying attention to what's going on at the club level. Jeff King, Tim Kelly, and right on down the line, they were tremendous. Assistant coaches that I work with every day, Megan and Lauren, you know, they're part of the thing, and Richard. You guys don't know Richard. You know, I'm getting this award for Coach of the Year or whatever. I'm not even the best coach at our site. Richard's a gentleman who coaches our 10 and unders, and he does more with less than I've ever seen anybody do. There are days that I say, you know, Richard, we've got too many big kids here today, so you've got one lane for the 10 and unders. You know, see what you can do, and he does wonderful things with it. And then we get practices. We have to change practice schedules or stuff, and I say, well, the 10 and unders aren't going to get practice today because we don't have pool time, and he just does a tremendous job. And unfortunately, he's leaving me. He's moving to Nashville, I hate to say. But so if we fall apart next year, it's because my 10 and under coach left and went to Nashville. You know, so many other people. John Urbanchek was a great mentor of mine. I swam for John, coached with John. Many of you have heard this story. Coming out of my assistant coaching with John, I told him I wanted to go into coaching for a career, and he told me, no, don't do it. He said, you know, you're foolish to do it. The hours are long, the pay's lousy, the kids don't appreciate it. And so I went and was an engineer for a bunch of years until several years later when I got back into swimming. And so I don't know whether to thank John or curse John that I lost about 10 years of coaching doing that. Too many other people. Sid Cassidy, Bob Matson were my mentors as a young kid and then as a young coach. Harvey Humphreys at Georgia I draw on all the time. Chuck Batchelor up at Bluefish. Jack Roach, who many of you know, has been a tremendous resource to me. A couple others, and then I'm finished here. Those of you in the room that have spouses, go home and thank your spouse or call your spouse and thank them. My spouse, Barb Harris, has been wonderful. Spent a year with Jimmy at Northwestern and swam there and part of her life also. Those of you who heard my speech this morning, I've got a little 8-year-old daughter. If you want to get a perspective in life, see it through the eyes of an 8-year-old every now and then. And it's just, everything is new and exciting and curious and it's wonderful. So see if you can get yourself on that level every now and then and see the world through the eyes of an 8-year-old. You know, one last thought. I think that we as coaches learn more from our swimmers than they learn from us. And I think that's important to keep in mind because I had one swimmer, I don't think gets the credit he deserves, and 15 years ago he put his trust in me. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And he trusted in me, and we grew together. So I think part of this award should go to my son Andrew, who he trusted me 15 years ago, and he made the Olympic team. I think he would have been a better swimmer if he'd swum for somebody else, but I'm not sure the two of us would have as much fun. So thank you to Andrew, thank you to ASCA, thank you to Katie, and thank you to everybody who's a part of the swimming community. Thank you very much.
Our thanks again to ASCA and a big congratulations to Bruce Gemmell. We'll bring you more videos from the awards banquet throughout the week on swimmingworld.com, as well as talks that took place in New Orleans. For now, that's going to do it for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.